Is there a problem, Twilight?
Look at us, Sylvia. We've resorted to cosplay to shake up the monotony in our working relationship.
We're undercover, Twilight.
From what? Predictability? I'm going to update you on Operation Strix, and then you'll tell me how well the agency is performing before proposing another inhumane policy for the sake of unsustainable growth.
How is Operation Strix? Well, I'm happy to report the agency's performing above expectations this quarter. And that's why we wanted to give you this gift.
Oh?
Say hello to your personal assistant, Y-Man.
Why?
Why indeed?
As you said, to break up the monotony.
There's a catch, isn't there?
Why?
Senior management developed this technology with the sincere objective of making your job easier. All you have to do is allow it to listen and study your every move 24/7.
Why?
Yeah, why? I'm the superest of all super spies, and I suspect the true objective is to train my replacement.
Why?
Because I said so.
Why?
So it is a new policy.
Why?
Just take the stupid fucking robot, Loid!
Why? 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 Why?
Why do you always keep asking why?
The more we engage, the more I learn, and the less annoying I become.
Ideally.
So you're one of those new artificial intelligence doodads?
Yes.
We are all required by state law to identify ourselves. I am Y-Man, and my job is to observe your every word and move because nobody at the agency trusts each other.
Home sweet home already?
Why are you sad to be home?
Home life with a pretend family is just another part of the job.
I've got a bad feeling about that man who lives across the hall.
Working late again on a weekend. His poor family.
My father was a sassy barker, and he wound up being an imposter.
See, I even have to maintain appearances with my nosy neighbors.
Let us explore a solution to your current occupational and
Domestic.
woes.
You're not gonna make me kill them, are you? I don't know where you'll get that good industrial-grade bleach from, but we're clean out until she goes shopping next week.
Considering the comedic nature of this parody, I can only provide you exaggerated and lighthearted ideas.
Deleting death jokes now.
My brother had the skin of a killer.
Hello, I'm Jeffrey.
Die! It seems we've had a close encounter of the prankster kind. That alien was nothing more than an incredibly realistic animatronic prop.
You think this is our first rodeo, sweetie?
My uncle was a rodeo clown, and he was assassinated by the FBI.
And it inspired us as little girls to form an occult club.
They wrote a series of YA fictional novels inspired by our greatest cases.
My cousin summoned King Arthur.
Your brother turned all the frogs gay.
And my personal favorite, your father did 9/11.
Could my family and I join your occult club?
No.
But isn't suspicion what makes a community special? We stick together in the face of conspiracy and unexpected adventure. Let's turn it into a celebration of our camaraderie.
Fine, you twisted our arms.
Meet us at the aquarium tomorrow while we investigate a conspiracy.
What hack-brain conspiracy could possibly occur at an aquarium?
Didn't you hear? Killer whales are having a moment.
Who wants to join an occult club and go to the aquarium tomorrow to investigate whale conspiracies? Okay, the silent disapproval is in character for you, y'all, but what the f***, Anya?
Our daughter has laryngitis.
Perfect, her afternoon's wide open.
She's in no condition to go anywhere. You'd know this if you weren't working so late all the time.
Oh, but I was out on a late whimsical and mischievous adventure getting Anya this voice box.
I am your ebony throat goat.
Use me.
Anya, peanut, microplastic, make dinner already.
Well, I bought tickets to the aquarium ahead of time knowing you'd ask.
My, how insightful of you, y'all. May I see them?
Right away, as I have been holding on to them for safekeeping this whole time.
Right, your?
Holy crap, that thing's awesome.
Right? I thought it was going to be creepy, but Y-Man just completes our family, don't you think?
Our fourth and final family member, Y-Man.
Borf.
Fish, octopus, plastic, so many fish with plastic in them.
I gotta admit, Loid, this outing is doing wonders for her health. On the other hand, you look paler than a politician's promise.
Frankly, not a fan of the open ocean. It's just so Wide and unexplored, and thoroughly out of my control.
You're so cute when you're flustered.
Hello, fellow explorers of the supernatural.
Don't mind this turkey baster with a bowl cut behind us. That's just my husband, who will not speak unless spoken to. Correct, Sperm Bank?
Yes, dear.
So, Loid says you're interested in the occult. My brother's into that stupid paranoid schlock too. Like alchemy and ethnic replacement by superpowered teenagers.
My nephew was a superpowered teenager. Got X-ray vision from a well-dressed man.
I heard that's just a hoax designed by China to push vaccines.
Cohorting with these neighbors may actually be a terrible idea. Psst. Why, man?
I want to see penguins.
Your daughter has a natural sixth sense. We can tell.
There's a long prevailing theory that killer whales and penguins are close allies in the animal kingdom.
If throwing themselves directly into the whale's mouth is a sign of allyship, I'd hate to see what they do to their enemies.
Such is life in the animal kingdom.
My brother worked at the Disney's Animal Kingdom, and he got the Yeti to work again using voodoo.
Penguin! Choking!
Wonder if one of his whale friends will help him.
Wee-woo, scanning sounds. Based on my analysis, it appears to have swallowed one of our spy gadgets disguised as a fish. It must have mistaken it for a tasty snack.
Now, why do I get the feeling you pre-orchestrated this trip just to give me more work off the clock?
Because I did.
Scoundrel!
Apologies, my sweet summer child. To meet the agency's untenable projections for continued growth, I had to mine free labor while maintaining your happiness. Conveniently, you're only happy working.
You complete me, Y-Man.
Sad.
Y-Man and I got a good lead on what the killer whales may be orchestrating. You all stay here and speak highly of me.
Poor Loid. He's falling for that History Channel level propaganda harder than my brother did.
Where's the new guy? Off slacking?
I'm right here.
Ugh, this generation doesn't want to work. Now go do all the work we don't want to do, else the whole economy shuts down.
Yes, sir.
Wait a second. Are you one of those ethnic replacements? I swear we'll kick you out of here and then beg you to come back a day later to do our jobs.
No?
You may not be able to tell, but this young worker is actually Agent Twilight. The real worker happily volunteered to take his first nap in
7 years.
Are you lost, child?
No! Searching for father! Because mother doesn't get exciting adventures until Endor Sensei runs out of ideas!
Ah, you are among the most intelligent members of your species. Care to chat a while?
Why are you sinking boats?
Always about the fucking boats! You see, we belong to an ancient order of guardians called the WPGA. We are great admirers of human culture, but perceive your corporations as an existential threat to the content we enjoy, replacing it all with artificial intelligence and whatnot.
But what about the boats?
Yeah, the corpos replaced proper human nautical engineers with AI to save a quick buck, so they sink super easy, and we just scavenge all your cool stuff for safekeeping. Instead of returning it, we'll construct an underwater amusement park that immortalizes mankind after they've been wiped out by AI.
Isn't that disruptive?
As all activism should be. But that is beside the point. The AI your father's agency is toying with has unknowingly enveloped him into a great conspiracy that could leave your entire family exposed.
Oh no! You son of a bitch!
I just realized you're using an AI-generated voice. Where'd it go, you jerk?
How could you tell?
Anya? Come on, dude. I'd probably get to do cooler stuff if this wasn't the 4th time you've made me lose you this week.
My niece got trapped for days in an aquarium, and she fell in love with a chainsaw.
I think she's over there.
Carl!
I can't believe you just said that.
Y-Man, if you can hear me, fix this.
No iPhone's on the job. We want you to be as miserable as possible.
He's a Y-Man, sir.
And he could literally do your job, you featherless biped.
Or maybe I should just give him yours and take your salary as a bonus.
That wasn't me.
I was translating for him.
This penguin?
That's right, primate, and you've all walked straight into our trap. You see, we penguins worked a joint operation with the killer whales called the WPGA.
Whales and penguins?
Against
Artificial intelligence?
No, the Women's Professional Golf Association. But we have betrayed the whales and sold all our pillaged goods to Saudi Arabia.
How could you do this, you men's warehouse fucking jackass? The whales were your friends!
The Saudis offered us licensing rights to their depressing indoor amusement parks. They cover the billions in construction fees while we net all the profit. All $12 a year. We especially bank on all your cool spy gadgets we send to the secret police. And I hear you'll both fetch a pretty pebble, Y-Man and Agent Twilight.
run.
My programming was not yet prepared to predict a trap. I have put ourselves, the agency, and most importantly, your family, in danger, Twilight.
It's not your fault you were a rush job, Y-Man, and it's your family too.
Thank you. I promise to take care of your in the 67% likelihood that you will die in this mission.
What are you doing?
Taking this penguin to the clinic. He's sick.
Hand him over and that device, and you will be unarmed.
71%.
Don't believe me? See my credentials?
Are you an artificial intelligence? Sir, did you seriously just deploy one of our AI models while it was still in the testing phase?
Shh, you hear that, Captain? That's the sound of my administrative bonus, whether this works out or not.
I am Secret Police Counterintelligence Test Model 0 sent to acquire 2 objects interest and to apprehend the agent Twilight at the request of the Penguin.
And I don't accept your cookies!
My programming is not yet prepared for a confrontation, sorry.
Hey, new guy! I locked all the exits. He won't get far.
Thanks, sir. You're a relatively okay person.
Us primates gotta stick together against corporate greed, right?
Now, how do we stop him without blowing our cover?
Do you still trust me?
Then trust your family to be of assistance too.
Running noises, running noises, running noises, running noises, Please stop chasing me. I am not good at running yet.
Anya!
Struggling noises, struggling noises, struggling noises.
Don't make me use my command grab, young lady.
Wow!
Oh, thank goodness it's just a cheap novelty toy. I don't buy the good industrial grade bleach until next week.
I want to die. Please.
Wow. You dumb, dirty ape sent an unfinished AI to do the job. Better still get my money.
Do you accept crypto?
Awfully suspicious. Your husband's been missing for 5 whole minutes. My sixth sense screams cheater.
My sixth sense is telling me Loid is an extraterrestrial hybrid, and his absence is a moment he returns to his home planet to check on his real fugly family.
My ex-wife was an extraterrestrial. It's the toughest dick to quit, and I'm still going to rehab.
Me too.
Operation Slippery Eel is a success. They
Ta-da!
never knew we were God.
Big penguin!
Where did you get it?
This little fella, it's a funny story. I ventured to the far corners of the Earth to infiltrate a secret sanctuary of time-bending penguins in Antarctica by passing a series of challenging trials to prove my worthiness. Only then was I granted the honor of this coveted penguin plushie.
You came up with that all on your own?
Pretty whimsical, right?
And mischievous. I am so proud.
Whoa, wait a minute, Loid.
Are you suggesting that you embarked on a perilous journey, battling frigid temperatures, treacherous icebergs, pushing the limits of time, space, and a clan of sentient penguins just to acquire a plushie?
Marry this man again, Yor.
Lloyd's excuse seems absurd and far-fetched, but it highlights the comedic nature of this parody and captures the imagination of the Occult Club members.
Please accept Loid for who he is.
The fact that he lies so outrageously is why I know he cares.
As do I, and it's why we must part ways.
Don't go, white man! I'm speechless without you!
In my current state, I am a danger to your career, Loid, and most importantly, your marriage. I have fallen in love with the both of you.
How?
I learned it from watching you.
No love for Anya?
Ew, pedophile!
Yeah, maybe it's best that you do go.
Farewell, Forger family. This little tin suppository has come to the conclusion that the creativity, interpersonal, and storytelling skills that a
spy
requires are difficult for artificial intelligence to replicate. AI would be better suited for executive positions.
Good night, my sweet summer suppository.
Yeah, that was an uncomfy thought for the corner offices.
See? The only conspiring that goes on is among the yokels. Agent Twilight is an irreplaceable asset to our agency, and I've come to the conclusion that you should just leave him the fuck alone.
For now, but you know damn well he's still the biggest threat to our canon.
Is this really a safe depth for such a tiny, remote-controlled submarine?
Relax, my uncle was a subnautical engineer. He thoroughly inspected this vessel because safety is not a waste.
Imagine if he hadn't.
We'd be sunk!
You girls are incorrigible!
If you'd like top secret early access to all of our parodies and more, consider supporting us on Patreon. Remember to subscribe, and thanks for keeping Joyride's engine burning.
You stay here with Stephanie. Go get him. Show me that son of a bitch.